Here is the story of a young woman who happened to have a misunderstanding. Should I say misunderstanding with the husband, or rather she offended her husband and she's desperately in need of his forgiveness. Please tell us your name and you continue with your story. And I hope you really want to do this.
Yes, I'll want to. I really need my man back. My name is Bimbo and I live here in Lagos. It was a warm Thursday evening in Lagos, the type of evening where the air hangs heavy with the promise of rain, but never quite delivers. My husband, Kola, was flying to Abuja for a 3-day business conference. I remember the way he kissed me goodbye at the airport quick, distracted, like his mind was already in the boardroom. "You sure you'll be okay?" he asked, pulling his suitcase closer. "Of course. Go make that money," I said with a smile, waving him off. The moment he disappeared past security, I let out a small breath of freedom. Not that I didn't love Kola, I did, in my own complicated way. But there are secrets that grow roots in a marriage, especially when the soil is made of routine and quiet resentment. My secret was Bimbo, my best friend since university. To outsiders, we were the inseparable duo. Fun-loving, wine-sipping, Ankara-wearing Lagos girls. But behind closed doors, we were something else. Something more. What I didn't know, what I couldn't have known, was that at Murtala Mohammed Airport, a flight delay had turned into a cancellation. Kola's 6:45 p.m. flight was pushed for 10 o'clock p.m., then 11:30, and finally scrapped due to technical issues. They offered him a hotel, but he declined. Tired, frustrated, and wanting to sleep in his own bed, he booked a cab home. He didn't call. He didn't text. Maybe he wanted to surprise me. Maybe he was testing something. Either way, the surprise would be his. A knock at the door. At exactly 10:41 p.m., Bimbo arrived. She wore a long kaftan and pink lipstick, and she smelled like temptation. We barely made it to the couch before we were laughing, touching, teasing. There was something intoxicating about being bold in my own home, knowing that Kola was supposed to be in another city. We were just two women enjoying wine, candles, and secrets in the shadows. Until we heard a key turn in the front door. I froze. "Who?" Before she could finish, the door swung open. Kola stood there, suitcase still in hand. His eyes swept over the room, the wine glasses, the candlelight, the silk robe, and then finally, Bimbo. Silence, the heavy kind that presses into your skin. "What is this?" he asked, his voice quiet, controlled, dangerous. No one spoke for several seconds. Bimbo stood up, trying to smooth her kaftan like it mattered. "I should go," she said quickly. "No," Kola said, stepping fully into the living room and shutting the door behind him. "Nobody's going anywhere." I had never seen him like that before. There was no shouting, no dramatic confrontation, just ice, cold, quiet judgment. "I missed my flight," he said, his eyes still on me. "Seems like I also missed a few other things." I opened my mouth, then closed it. What was I supposed to say? That it wasn't what it looked like? That I didn't plan for this to happen? It would be a lie. I did plan it, meticulously. Bimbo looked at me, then at Kola, then back again. "I'll explain," she offered. "No, don't," I said, surprising even myself. "I'll explain. Truth like rain. We talked that night, the three of us. The words came in bits and pieces. The years of quiet distance, the loneliness, the nights Kola spent at work, not noticing how I disappeared into other spaces, other arms. Bimbo's role in it first as a comfort, then as something deeper. Kola listened. When he finally spoke, it wasn't rage. It was worse. "I trusted you," he said, Both of you. Bimbo wept quietly. I didn't cry. I couldn't. Something inside me was frozen. At 2 a.m., Kola packed a few clothes into a backpack and left. I didn't sleep that night. Neither did Bimbo. They say every marriage has its secrets. Some are small, harmless things hidden in drawers. Others are like termites, quiet, destructive, and impossible to ignore once discovered. I don't know if Kola will come back. I don't know if he should. All I know is that night changed everything. Not because we were caught, but because the truth finally walked through the front door and didn't knock ... Ironically, the heated-up desire in me for Bimbo's touch refuses to die amidst all that happened. Rather, it insisted on taking its pound of flesh. I went to secure the door properly, even with bolts this time around, so there won't another chance of being caught a second time. Seeing Bimbo has stopped sobbing, though seems her conscience is still pinching her from the secret disgrace we just faced from Kola. I'll summon up courage, reached out and feel her burst slightly. She cower a little at first, probably out of fear. But in a tick of a second, she grabbed my hand and pressed it harder, as if it's an instrument meant to burst that part of the body. The fire burned hotter that night than it had ever burned. It was as if Kola was an intruder even in his own house, for coming back home hoping to feel this same way too. The 9 o'clock sun woke us up from the deep sleep of letting go inhibitions. The early morning dew is gone, leaving the mountaintop feel the thermo of the sun, and inevitably take in the heat. Eyes became clearer, and I behold Kola's beautiful photo frame Elle loved so much. I looked at it so intensely. Then fear gripped me. The fear of losing such a loving man. Handsome in every way, heaven sent. The fear of losing Kola forever. My heart raised, and there was an instant desire to see him, to feel him, to talk to him. I felt overwhelmed by my feelings. This made me to ask Bimbo to leave ASAP. Yes, this made me to know nothing can replace the vacuum of a complete man. I need back my Kola. Yes, I need you, Kola, even more than ever. You must accept my apologies. You must forgive my shortcoming. You must take your baby back. I am on a mission. I'm searching for my love. This is the reason I am on this podcast. I am a woman on a mission.